Are you thinking about your next career move? Maybe you're coming back to the workforce after a little time off? If so, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to talk all about upskilling for the age of AI.
I mean, let's be real. Artificial intelligence is just popping up everywhere, creating all these new opportunities in, well, pretty much every industry. But with all that crazy fast change, a lot of us are kind of wondering, where do I fit into all this? And if you've taken a break for any reason, jumping back in can feel a little daunting, right? But here's the thing, this isn't about just catching up. It's about taking a huge leap forward. This whole moment is about getting yourself ready for what's next. And learning AI skills, that could be the absolute perfect way to relaunch your career and honestly come back stronger than ever before. So, what's the real challenge we're looking at here? It's not just about learning some new software, it's about figuring out how to navigate a completely new professional world. Let's start with the demand, because it's huge. Job postings on LinkedIn that mention AI have shot up by 17% in just the last 2 years. Why? Well, companies are basically scrambling to find people who get these technologies. That right there is a massive signal telling you exactly where the job market is headed. Here's a really powerful way to think about this whole transition. It's kind of like a sailor coming to work on land for the first time. All your core knowledge is still super valuable, but the environment, it's totally different. The biggest hurdle isn't learning the tech. It's a fundamental shift in your mindset, in the structure, and in the culture of work. Okay, so you're ready to learn, but where do you even start? I mean, there are so many options out there. How in the world do you pick a path that's actually going to get you where you want to go? It really just boils down to these 4 steps. First, be real with yourself about where you're starting from. Second, get super clear on what you're trying to achieve. Third, you've got to be realistic about your time and your budget. And finally, and this is a big one, make sure the certification is one that employers actually care about. And that brings us to a really key question you have to ask yourself. Are you a career switcher or are you a career upskiller? If you're looking to switch into a totally new role, like becoming an AI engineer, you're going to need a really comprehensive program. But if you're just looking to add some AI superpowers to your current job, then a shorter, more focused certification is probably the way to go. All right, now let's get into the good stuff, the actual toolkit. What are some of the best certifications out there right now for these different paths? If you're new to this whole AI thing, these are fantastic places to start. Google's AI Essentials is a great non-technical overview that you can knock out in a weekend. It'll give you the vocabulary to talk intelligently about AI in any meeting. And Andrew Ng's AI for Everyone course, it's perfect for managers who need to understand AI to help guide strategy and, work better with their tech teams. Now, if you're someone who actually wants to build the AI systems, these are what you should be aiming for. IBM Certificate is a really solid program that takes you from the ground up. The AWS Specialty, on the other hand, is one of the toughest and most respected credentials in the entire field. Trust me, passing that one will definitely get you noticed by employers. But listen, upskilling isn't just about getting a piece of paper. It's about making AI your practical, everyday teammate starting right now. Use tools like Fathom to get automatic summaries of your meetings or Asana to help predict project risks. Why? Because these tools don't just make you faster, they free you up for the high-level strategic thinking that, honestly, only humans can do. That makes you more productive and way more impactful, like today. So let's bring that whole sea to shore metaphor to life. How does someone actually go from a super hands-on operational job to a strategic, office-based career in this new age of AI? Think about it. At sea, authority comes from your rank, and decisions are immediate, right? On shore, your credibility is built through communication and influence. The whole focus shifts from doing the thing yourself to strategic planning, coordination, and managing all the different people involved. It is a completely different rhythm. This is so key. You have to learn how to translate your experience. Don't just say your title. Break it down. Explain your responsibilities in a way that highlights things like leadership, budgeting, and compliance, all skills that are directly valuable in any corporate setting. And this is how you build that bridge between the two worlds. You combine your priceless, hands-on experience with digital skills like data analysis, AI, cloud computing, and stakeholder management. That combination, that's powerful. So you've got the skills, you've earned the certificate. What now? Well, now it's time to make landfall and really establish yourself in your new career. You have to remember this. That certificate, it isn't the finish line. Nope,
It's the starting gun. The real growth, the real learning. That happens when you start using your new skills to solve actual, real-world problems.
Okay, so what are your immediate next steps? First, get on LinkedIn, update your resume, and focus on the specific skills you just gained. Second, build a small project. A portfolio of your work often speaks way louder than credentials. And third, think about stacking your certifications. Maybe start with a foundational one and then add a specialty on top.
So let's reframe this whole journey. The time you might have spent away from a traditional path, that's not a gap in your resume, it's the time you spent charting your new course. You now have a unique perspective and a huge opportunity to sail right into a field that's shaping our future. The only question left to answer is, what's your next destination?